Hello, my peoples. It's your boy Dope Seed with another episode of Common Sense Conversation with the Dope Seed. And today I want to touch on a subject that's real controversial. And the only reason I'm even speaking on it is because one of I call him my brother, his wife wanted to know what was my opinion on BBLs and uh, surgeries and, fake body parts and all this other kind of shit. And it's real controversial because a lot of people are doing their own thing. But okay, here you go. If I was in a marriage and my wife came home and she had had a surgery in which she got her ass or her tits done and we hadn't discussed it, um, that's an instant divorce. Instant divorce. We don't have to go through no mediator. We ain't got to get no counseling. None of that shit. Just whatever laws of the state we in, we gonna divide this shit up, and we gonna you get your half, I get my half, and it's done. Instant divorce. Um, if it was my girlfriend, okay. Whatever nightgowns and socks and shit you got in my crib, get it. Whatever work boots or whatever I got in your garage, I'm gonna get it and we gonna go because we're not on the same page. No. We're not even in the same book. Let's make that clear. I am so against unnatural body parts. Um, I hate to be the old man get off my lawn on this situation, on this subject, but I believe in natural. I believe in being naturally who you are. And I know in this era of women that is such a controversial thing, but I don't give a fuck. I gotta stand on what I believe. Um, I remember in the '90s when I was when I used to get my girl hair done, and back then weave and wigs wasn't real. Like wigs was in the old, your grandmother wore wigs, but it wasn't, something that young women did. And weave wasn't really that popular, but it was a thing called tracks. Putting a track in your hair, putting a track in your hair. So I paid for my girlfriend hair, and if she had a track in there, I yanked that bitch out because I didn't like it. First of all, you got a good head of hair, so why you need a fucking track? And plus, that shit was extra money. Man, I wouldn't. Man, look here. You use be be you, be natural, and don't do this shit because everybody else is doing it. Like some bitches with all this thin ass hair might need to track it too, but your hair is full and voluptuous, and you look good and can keep a hairstyle with your normal hair. So why would you even get a track installed in your fucking head? So I was even against that shit even back then. So we but the hairstylist got so good at hiding them tracks until you couldn't even find them no more. So I was like, okay, whatever. This is I'm not gonna fight the system. As long as you look presentable, it's cool. Um, I ran into this girl in San Antonio years later after I broke up with with that girl, and she was tall. She was fair skinned in which, don't get me wrong, my preference is a black motherfucker. I love a dark skinned black motherfucker. That's just my preference. But I don't discriminate, when it comes to pretty ladies. So she was tall. She was about 5'10", fair skinned. She wasn't quite light, but she was light brown. And she looked like a Brazilian girl. So I met her, we vibe, you know what I mean? And I ended up lucky enough to get her back to my room. So, we fooling around or whatever the case may be. And, I'm running my fingers through her hair. And I can see that her natural hair, she had weave, but I can see that her natural hair was also good. So I'm like, well, fuck. I just asked her, like, man, why you got this weave on? Seems like your hair is really, really, naturally good. And she was like, oh, well, I like certain styles. I like certain this. I like certain that. I'm like, all right, well, do me a favor. The next time we meet up, hair this weave out. I want to see what you look like in your natural state. So she was like, okay. So the next couple of days, we met up. Man, this motherfucking bitch had the most beautiful, silky, long, curly hair. And I was like, why the fuck do you wear weave? She was like, well, I can't style it like I want to. I don't feel like I'm beautiful in certain styles. I'm like, look, baby, you got the hair that you're putting weave in is the hair that people are paying to put in their head. Like this shit is long, silky, curly, and it matches you. I swear this girl, if she probably wasn't from Brazil, but I'm pretty sure she had ancestors from Brazil. So this bitch was bad, and she was natural. And I think that's a problem that we have today in society. Like, man, we don't make our children, our daughters, proud of who they are. Like, natural beauty is the thing. Like, if you can naturally get out of that shower, put some grease or mousse or whatever in your hair with no makeup, and come out and a few guys hollering at you, if a few guys not hollering at you, I mean, I'm not saying that we validate you, but if you confident in going into the world naturally, you got it going on. You know you're beautiful. And most of the time, these girls are beautiful without all of them enhancements, but they do it for them. They don't do it for us because men been saying for the longest that, hey man, that shit don't look good to me. All that makeup, all them long nails, all them eyelashes. Okay, the eyelashes, look, I swear, I saw a motherfucker the other day, and I think she had muscles in her eyelids because her eyelashes were so long. So she developed muscles in her eyelids to keep them eyelashes blinking, keep her eyelids blinking. Like, man, what the fuck, man? That shit is not, it's not cute. It's not cute. And most of the time when you see these young girls, they got the whole kit. It's rare for you to see a young woman without the whole kit. The weave, the eyelashes, the nails, and the drawn on eyebrows. Like it's I don't think it's gonna get no better. I just think us as black men, you just gotta vet who you dealing with. Uh, my last two girlfriends had no enhancements. They wore a little lipstick and fingernails, and I mean fingernail polish with their natural nails, and they were so pretty. They were so pretty, and that's always what I'm looking for. I'm looking for natural. I ain't looking for all that, all that enhancements, man. That shit actually turns me off. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll smash. I ain't that picky. Bitch want to give me some pussy and leave a little uh, weave hair on my pillow. I'm gonna get that shit. You know, send that shit to the cleaner to get my sheets right. But I wouldn't take her serious because I want my woman to be comfortable being natural. I want you to be confident in your natural state. There's nothing better than a woman that come out of her house with no enhancements and know she the baddest bitch on the block. Like that's real boss bitch shit. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Um, I was actually at a party here a while back, and I heard a girl say that her brother was disappointed because she bought his daughter some hair that was so expensive. And I was like, damn. And it hit me. I'm like, well, you mad that, okay, if it was my sister, I would be upset that my sister bought my daughter, which is a teenager, hair anyway. Like, you can't buy my daughter no hair. Like, okay, maybe that's why I don't have kids. I wouldn't even allow my kid to wear makeup, hair, nails, and shit like that until she got damn near out of high school. And I would hope to God by the time she got out of high school that she wouldn't even be interested in that shit. Like she would know how beautiful she is naturally because I would instill in her, hey, you don't need to be like the rest of these young ladies. You just need to be you. You a beautiful girl. You. So when she said it, I was like shocked that the brother was like, okay, he wasn't fussing about the hair itself. He was fussing about the hair that she bought was so expensive, so he might not be able to keep up that trend with his daughter. So I was like, man, this it fucked me up, and also it made me know how old I am. I mean, I'm probably just out of the game, out of the loop. My way of thinking is probably just. It seems like my way of thinking is ancient, to be honest with you. But yeah, that was the curiosity that my homeboy wife had is not. I don't like no enhancements. I don't like nothing unnatural. I don't like exceptions that I might make is that if you're a cancer patient and you get your breast removed and you want some new breasts because women want to live in a want to be feminine. Okay, cool. That's an exception. But anything other than that, personally, me, I hate it. I fucking hate it. Um, that's my opinion on the whole thing. But I know the era in which we are in, it's not gonna it ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change, so I'm not even looking for it to change. But I know what I want. I know what I desire. I know what I will accept. But I will tell you, young brothers, this here: if you catch a chick that's got all of the whole kit on and the tattoos up to her neck and all that sort of kind of shit, please, brothers, vet her well. Vet her well. Because she's telling you who she is through all her actions. And she's not one to be traditional. Especially if you ain't rich. If you got a whole bunch of money, you could probably make some changes. But if you want to come up, you got a regular job and also kind of shit, bro. Vet that woman as well as you can before you make change her last name to yours, because she's telling you that she's not traditional with all the stuff that's going on. Um, be careful. Be careful. If you catch a black bitch with all that blonde ass straight hair, and when you talking to her, she, flipping her shit, which is funny as fuck to me. I see a lot of white women did that in the past. Like they be on the interviews, and which okay, they real with it. They got stringy hair, so when it gets in their eyes and in their face, they flinch it back. But you got a bitch on that motherfucker black as me with blonde hair, red hair, and it's all in their eyes, and you know, that shit is funny. So, young men, vet your woman well and make the right decision. And my advice to everybody in the whole wide world: if you're in a situation where you can't outsmart your way out of it, use your fucking common sense. That's what I do. Common sense conversation with the dope seed. Peace. Everybody have a great day.